I also work for a nonprofit. I work for NeighborLink, who we work with
great
families.
organization.
Thank you.
Wow.
We work with families trying to prevent them falling into homelessness. And I have a question about the FCSS funding.
Yes.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but I was under the impression that new organizations did not qualify for that funding yet, and the same organizations were receiving it year after year. Is there going to be an opportunity for other nonprofits to receive that funding?
So the
SCSS is?
Family Community Support Services.
There we go.
So the short answer is I don't know. There's a very limited amount of funding in that pool, and I hate complaining about other governments, but the province has consistently been underfunding. It's supposed to be a 50-50 cost share, and the city now pays much more than 50%. But I launched last year a program in partnership with the United Way that I'm very excited about. It's called the Calgary Poverty Reduction Initiative. And I know that people from NeighborLink have been very involved in that. And the whole idea behind the Calgary Poverty Reduction Initiative is to answer a really awful question. And that awful question is, if I talk to you at NeighborLink, or I talk to Habitat for Humanity, or any other nonprofit organization, we get amazing stories about the impact you've had on people's lives. And you have. Yet, despite all these people doing all this amazing work, the rates of poverty haven't changed in a generation. And child poverty in particular is much too high and has not moved. So the whole goal of the Calgary Poverty Reduction Initiative is to take 10 steps back and say, what's wrong with our system? That we're having great impact with individuals, but we're not making a dent on the community problem of poverty. And I've tasked these people, and the only qualification was you have to be really smart to work on this stuff. I don't care if you work in the nonprofit sector, the private sector, or government. Think about this. And what I'm really hoping for is that, just like with the 10-year plan to end homelessness, 1 or 2 or 5 big ideas come out of this. And that those big ideas allow us to completely reshape how we think about poverty in this city, and how we enable the great work that you do and other organizations do at a more systemic level. And so that may mean, people always get nervous when I say this, but that may mean that FCSS looks really different in the future than it does now. It may mean that funding is allocated in very different ways than it is now. I don't know the answers yet, but I'm hoping these smart people will come up with something that will be better for us. And by the way, congratulations on the big crib issue.
Oh, yes.
If you all know about this, this is amazing. NeighborLink had a terrible shortage of cribs, and now have started a new partnership with Stortcraft, is it? That will allow them, because they were shocked, right? They said, you buy these at retail? What are you doing? Not only that cleared your backlog, but it will allow you a great source of cribs in the future. And that's innovation in the nonprofit sector. I was really happy to hear that.